Okay, Molweni Sanbonani, good morning. My name is Noma Tamsana Mdlazi, and today I thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful conversation. I hope that wherever you are doing well, you are thriving, you're just ready to take on the full burden of life. You're ready to step into the person that you're meant to be. But in this conversation today, I want us to talk about the concept of chronic unhappiness. This is part two, a continuation of the previous conversation we've had. This is Life Simplified, a podcast where we discuss all the inspirational, relevant information for your personal development. We try and understand that really what are some of the core values of humanity that we could always tap into if we want to declutter within the mind, if we want to root out some of the struggles we have, instead of struggling emotionally, instead of struggling in different ways. There's this event I went to one day. So this lady says, if I don't talk, I will perish. If I don't talk, I will die. So I'm at that position as well where I'm constantly trying to figure out, yes, ke rata ho bua ka nnete, nka bula molomo wherever ke boregile, right? But do I want to continue saying all this crap, or I want to inspire? So I'm at that position where I'm trying to figure out really what does work, because at the end of the day, atamaxhosa umlomo wasikwa waphola. So some of the things we say, we should question them, that really, is this the purpose of my life, that I should be saying all this crap, or whatever that I say, it could actually have an impact to the other person, right? So it could actually have a positive impact actually to the other person. So I'm at that position as well where I'm trying to figure out as well ukuthi kannete re mo kae ka mo gae. So today I want us to continue on the concept of chronic unhappiness. Yes, this is part two of the previous conversation we've had. So in this video, I want us to just explore the remedies as well we've spoke about previously. So the previous remedy, the last remedy we spoke about, is just to savor your moment, right? Just being present with your circumstances, right? So in this video, I want us to talk about other remedies to enhance your happiness levels, to understand that really you don't need money, you don't need to be rich, you don't need all these things you think you do need for you to be happy, but you need simply a mindset shift. That's what you need. So today, the first thing I'd like you to consider, if you are more intentional about being happy, is really number one, the intent to be happy. Number one, just have this mindset shift going forward. After you've watched this video, be more intentional about being happy. Be more intentional about understanding yourself better, so that you could leverage your happiness levels, right? I need you to understand that you don't have to be looking at other people and thinking they are more happier than you are. No, the most important part is really to focus on wherever you are and just have this intent to be happy. Just this mindset shift will completely change your life. Just be more intentional about being happy, and whenever anyone does insult you or whatever, understand that you do have a choice to either respond to that person or just never respond to that person, and you have a choice on how you perceive things at the end of the day. So this intent to be happy, it lies in that as well, that there's no one at the end of the day. As long as you're more intentional about being happy, you prioritize your peace, you prioritize your happiness, you prioritize your contentment at the end of the day, without necessarily struggling, right? So it's very important for you to be very intentional about being happy. You should consider this intent to be happy, because at the end of the day, I want to highlight this as well, that because now you're more intentional about by being happy, it doesn't mean that one day when you wake up unhappy, there's something wrong about you. No, it's okay. But on an average day, just tell yourself that you want to prioritize your happiness. You want to be more intentional about being happy, right? Because what I realize now, as long as you're more intentional about being happy, then at least you realize that you can make better decisions in any given circumstances. You can make rational decisions, right? Decisions, whatever decision you make in any given circumstance, you'll realize when you look back, you can react proudly in all these things. So it's very important for you to preserve this state of happiness, to be more intentional about being happy, and just understand that this intent to be happy will help you in quite a lot of things. It'll save you a lot of energy for fighting unnecessary stuff, right? So the second part is to practice gratitude. So it's very important for you to understand that the intent to find gratitude in simple things is a very fundamental core of existence, right? Because there's a lot of things you wish you have. Yes, that's part of being human, right? You want to go somewhere, you want to go wherever, but it is very important for you sometimes to just sit down and be like, I truly appreciate wherever I am. I truly appreciate whatever I have njengamanje, because I understand that someone else does wish to have whatever you have, right? So it's very important for you to try and find gratitude in the simple things, such as waking up in the morning. That's when really you're more intentional about being happy, when you understand that really you should practice gratitude in simple things you have. I always understand that being at a position where you are struggling emotionally, it could be quite difficult, right? But it's very important for you to be more intentional about really practicing gratitude in simple things in everything you do, right? So to understand that whatever position you are, then probably you would have not been wherever you are, but you are just privileged to be wherever you are right now, right? So the other important aspect in really enhancing your happiness levels is really that dopamine releasing substances such as sunshine, music. We spoke about dopamine in our wellness hub on WhatsApp, and we said that dopamine is this chemical that your brain releases, right? Because you experience something good, whatever it is that you enjoy. I want to advise you now to do more of those things. Music, sunshine, just good dopamine releasing substances, so that you understand that on an average day, at least you're this happy, you're this content type of person, and you're just at peace with wherever you are, right? A hot shower, chocolate, anything that you know that you do enjoy, do more of those things. And I can't sit here and tell you to smoke, because I understand that we all understand that smoking is very dangerous for your health. So there are things we enjoy, but still, because they do have harm in our bodies, so we could just try and eliminate those things, right? So it's very important for us to understand that dopamine releasing substances are very important. They count in really enhancing your happiness levels and making sure that at least on an average day, you're this happy, you're this content type of person, right? So the other really important thing is to meditate. Make time to meditate. I understand that some of us live with families, we live in these big families, and we don't really have time. But it's very important for you to consider time for meditation. And when it comes to this practice of meditation, there's really no rule. I can't sit here and tell you do this to meditate, do that. No, we all have different ways which seem to work for the specific person. So it's really important for you to understand that you should consider them at least on a weekly basis, or however you want to do it. So it's very important to understand that meditation is a form of understanding yourself better. Spend time with yourself. Have those thoughts just ravishing in your mind and just be at peace. Because at the end of the day, after that, those moments of meditation, you feel better. You feel so much relief. Because you've had time to be by yourself. You think through, you find gratitude in simple things. You just find time to just be fully yourself and just spend more time with yourself, no matter how much busy you are. And it's very important for you to really prioritize meditation. Make time to meditate and just be fully yourself in those circumstances, right? So the other really important aspect is self-compassion. Self-compassion is very important in any pursuit towards life. There's a lot of us who are struggling. We are struggling simply because we lack self-compassion. This is very painful. This is so emotional when it comes to myself, because I see a lot of people struggling with a lot of things because they beat themselves up because of circumstances that are way out of their control. So now I want to say to you, learn to be more compassionate to yourself. Understand that other things are just way out of your control. Make peace with such things and just understand that you can just be fully yourself as long as you try. Yes, that's perfect. That's enough, right? And whatever, anything else outside that is just beyond your control. Yes, you've set those goals, but now things just don't go the way you wish they would. But learn to be more compassionate of yourself. Understand that time is everything. When the time is perfect, everything will just go the way we funa corner. Learn to be more compassionate of yourself. This is very painful, and I like to think my sisters, the people who try to be more compassionate of themselves, but I'm more worried about my brothers out there. The male gender struggles so much. They struggle a lot emotionally, because they lack self-compassion. And part of the reason we do have that as a society is that, number one, we place so much burden to the male gender that indoda must, right? There's a lot of these things, and we put a lot of pressure upon them, that we have so much expectations from these people. And I struggle to understand, why do we have that as a society, as a black communities as well, just to be more specific, because really we put so much burden upon them, such that they can't really be more compassionate to themselves the moment they fail, right? Because there's a lot of these expectations from we have as a society towards them. So my brothers out there, I want to say to you, please do learn to be more compassionate to yourself, because the moment you do that, you'll realize that really some of the things you won't struggle with, because now you understand that you're just human, and it's very important for you to just make peace with how things are. Yes, it's very important for you to try and get those things, start that business, do that, whatever, but learning compassion to yourself will only smoothen up the process. It won't be hard as it is, because now you're not really hard on yourself. You're more compassionate to yourself. You understand that it's very important for me to get these things done for my family, but still I understand as well that I am human. Yes, I want to accomplish all these big goals, but it's very important for me to be more compassionate to myself. Whenever I do fail, yes, this is part of life. So to all of us, it's very important for us to understand that self-compassion is the way, because in the process of attaining whatever goals I want to have, I don't want to be miserable in the process. I don't want to experience that high level of discomfort. I want to be at peace in that process. Yes, there is a level of discomfort you will experience in whatever goals you're trying to pursue, right? But still, not a level where you're not happy emotionally, you are struggling. No, we should be at peace with how things are and just learn to practice self-compassion. Zixolele, make peace with yourself and understand that this is a process, and some of the things cannot always manifest the time you want them. But when the time is right, when the time is perfect, when the time is written, yonke into it'll work out for you for the good on your side. To understand that really the most important part is to be more at peace, to be more compassionate to yourself, so that you can pursue life and be more kind to other people, because you understand that they themselves are human. And there's this quote I had somewhere that empathy is how we connect with others. So if you don't have self-compassion first, you won't have empathy for other people. So it's very important for each one of us to understand that self-compassion is the way. That's how you preserve your peace. That's how you understand that really my intent is in life is really to be more happy, because you are now you understand your position of self-compassion, right? But anyway, we've gotten to the end of this video. I thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful conversation, and I hope that going forward you will understand that it's very important for you to prioritize your happiness. It's very important for you to be more intentional about being happy, because at the end of the day, you don't want to spend most of your time miserable. You don't want to spend most of your time thinking about the future, that you'll be happy when things are perfect, when things are like this. No, you want to be able to be happy with wherever you are. You want to be able to make peace with whatever circumstances, because you don't even know that if tomorrow you'll still be alive, right? Right? Because at the end of the day, life is just a privilege on its own. So it's very important for each one of us to be more intentional about being happy. I hope that now you understand your position, and understanding that really you should be more intentional about being happy, and just simply live and just prioritize and find gratitude in the simple things you have. You don't necessarily need a big car, a big house, a big whatever for you to be happy, to be content. It's very important that as long as you just have the basic necessities to survive, then you could just find gratitude in them and just simply be fully yourself, be authentic to who you are, and just be at peace in finding gratitude on a daily basis. But anyway, I thank you so much for this for having this conversation with you. I thank you that you're more intentional about being happy. Thank you so much.